Oh, welcome back my gardening friends. Well, it's Sunday the 17th of November 2024. This is where we left you before. As you can see, the leaves have dropped down naturally on their own. They're very dry. No point putting any moisture on them at the moment because it'll just go straight through and down into the bottom. So I'm going to add this bag of leaves, bring another bag that we've got stored on the allotment, top it all up, pop some cardboard on it and a few little bits of weight just to help drop it down so we can get the rest of the leaves in. My body's telling me not to go and fetch any leaves today, so I'm going to carry on with a few jobs on the allotment. So we've got 15 bags now in total, and there's 9 bags in that bay, and they'll just settle nice and slowly. Once they've settled, I'll probably add some of the liquid from the giant worm bin that's over there behind everything else. So let's take those pallets down the bottom for other people to reuse. I'm not going to use them. Get all those buckets with the yellow tape on into my shed. Open that area up. I got rid of all the holly bush cuttings in the green bin yesterday afternoon. And then I'm going to rob some worms out of the wormery to add to the leaf mould. I said I wasn't going to touch it, but it'll be worth looking to see how that sheep wool's working. Well, I found some stuff that I don't really want to keep. Why did I keep it in the first place? I do struggle to get rid of stuff, guys, but you have to sometimes. So at one point I decided it was a good idea to steep coffee grounds in water. So we've got some black liquid gold that can go on the leaves. Got some clay balls with cocoa coir that can go in the tanks. These are what's left of the comfrey leaves in my comfrey pipe. I do it differently now. They were dry. Then I decided to keep some that were wet. Got some clay balls there that I saved. They're going in the bottom of those bins. The tea leaves. I collect all the tea leaves, empty them out the bags. And got coffee grounds on the left from 2024 and coffee grounds from 2021. Look at the difference when you actually sift them. Doesn't make a lot of difference, but what you don't want is big lumps. But no, definitely sift the coffee grounds from now on. Right, let's get some of these and the others stacked in the shed. I even found some kill sand and some sharp sand. I'll take them back home. Garden lime there. I use garden lime and hydrated. Hydrated lime is a little bit stronger for the brassicas. That hasn't got a label on it. Let's move that to that side. Right, I'll go and fetch another load. Another job done. Nice out the way there. easily accessible, but guarantee I'll stack the ones at the back that I really want straight away. Hopefully I've got it right. So I've moved all the plastic and tin sheets off the top of the bin, and let's have a little look at the giant wormery. And in those drums there is some of the runoff. Now that must be at least 5 years old. I collected in those drums. They're the AdBlue containers. They're all right washed out. Personally, I'll use them, but of course I just tip the bucket out now, so I can use those up in the leaf mould. Keep an eye on the top left hand corner, or far right corner, whatever you want to call it. There's a bit of a hole here, so we'll see if there's anything about. The material hasn't sunk down a great deal. Cardboard's breaking down nicely. Lots of holes. This material here, but that's quite nice stuff, really. All sorts gone in here. Beetroot. I'll dig down and see if I can find a few worms. They won't be happy with me, but never mind. I think I've got to dig deeper. Let's move everything over. Well, the worms have been busy. I don't think I've put anything in here since August. Filled it up, and you can see it's not gone down, so there's at least a cubic metre here of material. And they've pretty well sorted it all out. So it does show that you need to keep adding, else those worms will go. Now it looks like I shall have to go to the temporary compost bins. No good adding worms to this because it's obviously not got enough material for them. You see the cardboard breaks down well, and there's no worms within the corrugation, so they're not hiding from me. I'm not well, I am surprised. So I put this wool in to keep them warm. It's done too good a job, because they've obviously been very busy. Like I said, it hasn't sunk, so move the bucket. A bucket with no worms in it. Put my sheets back, and we'll leave that till February, March, when we harvest it all and start all over again. As I've said before, you can't rush homemade compost. The microorganisms will finish that off with all the little beetles, centipedes, etc. What a beautiful morning it's turning out to be, even though it was a little bit damp. It's now 8:15. I've been here an hour on the 17th of November 2024. This is my Comfrey bin now. This is where I put all the Comfrey, stalks and all, and we collect the material there. So the two left-hand drums are what we collected this year. There's a drum there that we collected last year. We didn't use it all, but as you know, I haven't been tending my allotments as I'd like, but it doesn't go off. While it stinks, it's good. So let's get that out. We'll reveal that. I then need to empty what's left into my perennial weed bin, because over the last 2 years I've been finding Comfrey in my containers. So it looks like some of the flowers had set to seed. I've put them into the bin and they've grown. This is probably the Comfrey that spreads, so I'm going to get rid of that, or I'll leave it down at the area. Mind you, they got my pots. I don't want to lose the pots. No, we'll dispose of it responsibly. There's a frost coming, guys. Keep munching, because it's going to get a bit cold for you. Oh, let's have a pot around, see what's going on. So I'm going to decant those now into there, because this one's got a hole in that lets the air out, because it's quite a tight fit. Then we'll see what we've got in the container, and we'll pop it over to the perennial weed bin, which is over there. And looks like I've stacked everything there in the way. Dear me. So considering how much I've actually put in there, as we know, most plants are 80% moisture anyway, but you can see there's absolutely loads of material there. I'm looking for my filter. Oh, I wish this cat's going to love me when I get home. Oh dear. That'll go back in there. Excuse the noise. We'll put the 2 drums in there. Stick the lid on. I'm going to see if I can make a bit of space to get to, and I'll just show you my perennial bin. I shan't show you me a mole in that, because you'll laugh at me when I get it all over me. So I'll use this bucket just to hold everything under the water, trying not to drop my tablet in there. You see where the bucket's been, the leaves of the strawberries and the roots of the strawberries are still there, but I could do with topping a bit more water in here. So basically we're drowning the weeds, the dandelions, the docks, etc., those that you wouldn't normally put in your compost bin. So that's where the Comfrey's going to go. But this bin's ideal. It probably stays in here for about 3 years, and then we use that compost around the allotment without any issues. That's what you call a shovel, guys. Hold your breath. Shut the lid down, keep the smell in. Another good job done. Well, that looks better already for, what, an hour and a half. More DIY to do at home. I might try out the new tool that I've been sent by one of the companies that I use regularly and endorse, because they're damn good, reliable. But yeah, we're looking good. I'm not going to collect any leaves today. This cardboard can go back here once all the leaves are in, so basically I'm going to put another runner across similar to this, same level, and I can put the cardboard there out the way. Plenty of overhang to keep them dry. But that's a great resource from work. They're massive boxes, thick cardboard, minimal writing, just a bit of tape which we pull off. Well worth getting what you can get. Surprising what you can get done in a short space of time. I might just go for a potter now, guys. Have half an hour on my own, and you can go and have a cup of tea in peace. Thumbs up or a thumbs down for the interaction. Leave me a comment on any subject you like, and why not consider subscribing? Doesn't cost nothing, and you can see what I'll get up to over the winter months. Christmas Day potato reveal and the King's speech at 3 o'clock on Christmas Day afternoon, and we'll be talking a little bit about Mrs. K. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. Can't beat working first thing in the morning.